I have a few juniors in the school, and I didn't really believe in the age gap until a few cases happened. So this was like in my last year, right? And some juniors were like new to the school, and we just thought like, oh, they'll just do dumb shit like what we did when we were young, when we were that age. That's it, right? And it was on sports day, so all the classes were locked. All the grill to the stairs to the class, everything was locked, okay? And everyone is required to be at the field and the stands by the field. For some reason, there were two juniors that managed to sneak into the classroom. We assumed they climbed the outside part of the stairs. How did they went through the grill, I have no idea. But they somehow found themselves in classroom, right? And apparently one of them had to pee so badly that he couldn't handle it. And usually, if I'm in that situation, I would think that, no one's here. I probably have a bottle of water with me. I'll just take a piss on the floor or in the corner of some classroom, right? That's not mine. And wash it off with water, and that's it, or something, right? But no, this kid had to use the restroom. He didn't even think of like pissing in a bottle or at the corner of classroom of not their classrooms. And his class was on the first floor, so it's not exactly high up, but still, he decided it was a good idea to jump off the first floor instead of climbing back down, because I'm pretty sure you can't jump up to the first floor. But I'm certain you could climb up to the first floor, and, if you could climb up there, you could climb back down the same way, right? But for some reason, he decided to jump, broke his leg, and the next day, it was a normal schooling day the next day, and the next day, the parents came and said, why did you allow this tragedy to happen? My kid broke his leg from going to class. And all the teachers were looking at the parents like, with all due respect, it's sports day. No one's supposed to be in class. There's no class at all. No one's even allowed to go into class. Like, that's sports. There's really not much to say. It's sports day, right? And the parent couldn't really press charges because, it's not something the teachers were responsible for. But, that's the kind of shit that the teachers have to deal with, right? With irritating parents. But there was one that was that charges were pressed, and this one was in a woodwork lesson. So one of my juniors, and we had all the tools, all the wood, most of the industrial stuff, all in that place, right? And needless to say, the fans there are way stronger because they're industrial fans. And for some reason, this junior decided it was a great idea to stuck his finger into the industrial fan and broke his finger in the process. I don't know what the details were. But the teacher in charge was like, I've seen a lot of rowdy kids teaching in this school. I've never seen one that dumb before. He's like, I don't understand. You guys are just like 5 years apart or something. You guys weren't that dumb when you were in that age, You guys weren't dumb. Like, you guys would, know not to stick a finger into an industrial fan. But this kid did it anyways. And the parents came in and pressed charges. And this teacher was so devastated. He was telling us this story, and he just sat down with a hand on his head, and he was like, the poor, innocent industrial fan died for his mistakes. I'm like, it's an industrial fan. We don't have to get this drama. Like, I can't believe we're having a drama with an industrial fan, and he's making this more dramatic than it looks. He even gave off a poem or like something for the industrial fan, which involves the kid breaking his finger. But yeah, and that's the part where I just thought, like, we are 5 years apart, like age difference of 5 years, but I wouldn't think difference is that big, Like, what was the thought process of the kid, of the junior, thinking it's a great idea to see an industrial fan spinning at probably 1,000 RPM and think his finger's gonna be fine, right? Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, that's my school experience, man.